This will be the last weekend we don't have the, we're doing any lives without a video card, a capture card. So now I gotta reset all this crap. Alright, let me see if I can reset it. The last time we're doing this without a capture card. The unfortunate thing is the capture card is literally sitting here. I just need to work with Streamlabs a little bit more. And it should work now. Go back to the lodge. Yep. Yep. You know, Rum has warned me before. This isn't even the first time that's happened. So I actually went and got a capture card, got Streamlabs, got a stream, everything set up. I just need to play with it a little bit more because I don't want to do something and end up messing up stuff worse. But yep, that's the price you pay for, I guess, for coming straight off a PlayStation. All right, let's see if I can. Set up that, let all that crap in there load before I actually go in there. Because if it crashes again, I I think we're just gonna have to take the L. But let me see. All right, so what rack is that for Red Deer? They have 4 different variations. Big rack, okay. That makes sense because I'm looking at all the diamonds and stuff. One of the mid racks. Oof. Well, I don't know. Ruth, what's up? You you missed the stream crash. Yes, indeed, Turtle, the stream did crash. Or what Eli said. Well, thank you, Caitlin. But yeah, that. Where's that painted one? I didn't realize they have different the scores were either for I mean, there's like a 3-point difference between that one and that one as far as the typical racks are concerned. All right, let's try to go back to Reventuli without it crashing. If it crashes again, we're just gonna have to take the L, I guess. Have that lovely sound that happens every time you leave. I don't pay attention. Yeah, I agree. The lack of variation makes me really not care too much about Red Deer. Although it's kind of cool now that I know that they have different racks. We need to reset time. And find some more zones to shoot down before we actually go back up north. Let's hunt some of these. All right, back to eating. All right. Did you go with pancakes, Turtle? Or did you go with Pop-Tarts? Hope Tar's under 2K. Dude, I hope so for you. I've never had a really, really bad grind. That was, the worst I've ever done is 3,000 for Red Deer, but I know. Well, it was you that just came off of a bad grind, wasn't it? It was you that just did 5,000 bear, I think. I think I had that right. If you just did 5,000 bear, the game would really be messing with you. Three, oh, Liam. Okay, I knew someone had just come off of a really, really bad grind for bear. Pheasant took 3.7 thousand. So I don't know how many the crew grind Morganite took, but my solo grind for pheasant, I mean that was probably less than 1,000 for sure. I do wish I'd got a different variation for the pheasant. The Morganite and the Ruby, I mean they're different, but out in that field they looked so similar. I was really hoping for like a pearl or a sapphire. But at least at the moment, I still have one pheasant that not even Ender has. Who's about to fill up his whole lodge with great one pheasants. Your bear grind took... No, that's not a bad bear grind. It was Liam. But still, that's a really bad pheasant grind. Like, a lot of people get them really quick. The ruby with the pink fox, though. What's crazy is I remember us shitting on the pink fox, and then you're like, that's my favorite fur. And then we ended up getting the pink fox. So, Stoner, what's up, man? The man who was also shitting on the pink fox and now has it. It's my second. I haven't really picked out. I like all of them a lot. I don't remember which one is like that half orange, half black colored one. But that looks pretty dope. How many of these? Oh, you. All right, he's going down. Oh, it happens that way. And I'll be honest, it's like every other thing. I forever thought that painted was my least favorite. I can confirm that the spoon rack is my least favorite rack, but I thought painted looked terrible until you actually see it in your lodge, and all of a sudden it's like, damn, they really don't miss. Midnight Poppy, that may be it. Or is it Blood Moon? I don't know. They have so many. They got a little bit excessive with the names this time. But that will definitely be the last solo grind I do because that seems miserable. Moody, what's up? Turtle said that he put out a new video with some dogs. I assume they were pits. Blood Moon is half and half. Yeah, I think that may be what I'm talking about. How many of these? Waiting on an adopter. I got you. The whole shelter put out a video. Adorable little pits. Yep, that's what I assumed. Pick this dude up. I guess we'll try over here again. Hopefully that zone comes back. We have one missing zone now, which sucks. Got the new phone. That new phone was giving you the business the other night. Hopefully you get your emojis and everything set up. But I'm in here listening. Appreciate you, Moody. Yeah, we definitely need to move this zone. Or at least this tripod out of the way. Every time I come up here, I'm getting alerts. They're all alert. I thought we shot our albino. I thought she gave it all up. She tried to be a bodyguard for somebody. Where the hell did the other one go? Alright, this is why we bring the dog, even though it does nothing. Oh, there he goes. Belding's right, though. After the recent update, I mean, I didn't use the dog much beforehand, but the dog just seems so pointless. Oh, dude, why couldn't you have just went over there? He's also very indifferent toward me. I can't get the bond to go over just the one heart. We shot this zone down. Let's try it here. Maybe I need to go buy some of the treats or something. Maybe that's how you get his bond to go up. But to be fair, he's also been neglected in the kennel for quite some time, so he probably has some resentment. We got 2 shooters. All right, Ruth. There we go. I'm hoping we could get this shot down like that map of Rums. I mean, we were popping diamond after diamond just the other day. These two. See, he's already back to neutral. Maybe I just need to buy the treats or something for the dog. I need RW here. I need someone to tell me when to reload. Damn it. We had a shot lined up and everything, too. Nico Oh, you're here. Somebody else was a Tennessee fan. Fallow Hunter came in here to talk about Nico. But I'll tell you, I give Tennessee a lot of credit for how they handled the situation there, Tez. I never bonded with mine. All right. That makes sense, because mine, like, I've used him a lot more. He's leveled up, but I just don't see a need. He would have been nice for Tar, though. Pick this dude up. Just level 1. Alright, now let's give the dog a chance. See, this is the shit. He's way back here. And by the time he gets here, I already have this thing found. That's a bug right now? Okay. So that's what Belding was talking about. Oh, that sucks. Because I have no idea where this dude was at. Let's see. Pickles. Oh, yeah. Named your... Yeah, I forgot that's what you named your dog. Oh, there he is. And he's still just making his way here. That makes sense on Yukon. Yukon can get kind of thick. But on this map, I don't really have a need. Food related, I guess if you can call pickles. Yeah, I guess. The other day we were sitting at someone got those fried pickles. Which I guess if I had to eat one, that would seem to be the best choice, but God, it still smells so bad. We already signed a new one. Are you talking about the kid, the Sunbelt? I think he's somewhere in the Sunbelt. He's signed with Tennessee. Dipped in ranch. I'm not a ranch fan either, so definitely not gonna be. I like Buffalo Ranch, but I'm definitely not just gonna dip it in straight up raw ranch. Dang, we got 2 shooters now. This sucks. Why won't this zone go down? against him. You can't. Can't what? Eat ranch? I agree. Kayla, were you one of those folks that dipped your those, and I'm not gonna say weirdos, but did you dip your pizza in ranch in high school? Found your emojis. Let's go, Moody. Switch back from the iPhone to the Samsung. Escape the cult. Sometimes I dip my pizza. Okay. Crust feels acceptable. Those folks. But running the press brake. I gotcha. The crust feels acceptable. The just taking a full piece of pizza and dipping it in ranch feels incorrect. I appreciate your Ruth. Kind of like another incorrect. We got Hot Pockets for the first time in years because I needed something for breakfast. That sounded like a good idea. Do you know they don't have the sleeves anymore for Hot Pockets? Like, who came up with that? I need to mark where this guy's at. I don't know how long ago they got rid of the sleeves and Hot Pockets, but that feels as necessary as like a utensil, like a fork or spoon for a steak. Like the cardboard sleeves, yeah. So how are you supposed to eat it? That's a dumb idea. That's what I'm saying. My wife's like, I think you're overreacting, but I had to sit there an extra 3 minutes after waiting 3 minutes. I could have just ordered something. Right? And I think their big vision was I'd use a fork, but it's a Hot Pocket. You can't train us for, 20 plus years to how to eat a Hot Pocket then switch. Let's pick this dude up. Supposed to be on the go. I don't know. Again, I don't know when that switch happened because I haven't had Hot Pockets in a while, but I was quite disappointed in the lack of a sleeve. We gotta go shoot over here. Oh, man. That's a dumb idea. Stoner, I assume it's about the paper products, But still a very dumb idea. There are so many species I didn't get to see. I don't really care if my kids don't get to see, Like, it'd have been dope to see a mammoth, but I never got the chance. The Hot Pocket sleeves, rip indeed, Ruth. Rip indeed. I actually just rip Hot Pockets because I don't really want a Hot Pocket that I have to wait 10 minutes for. How many? Yeah, we need to get start shooting other zones because these guys are just coming back as twos over and over again. That's never going to slow down. Let's get the dog. Save paper, use plastic. That's what I'm saying. Like the straw situation. And I didn't even realize how much I hated paper straws until I was on a cruise that only had them. Oh, there it is. Now, Savannah's one of those cities that's kind of tried to switch to just paper, but... No, you're not getting praise for standing in the fucking water, dude. Let's go back here. How's the bear grind going, Stoner? I saw you were on last night. I don't know if you were grinding or not, but... Hopefully you're getting your kills up for the bear. Hell, hopefully you get a spotted like Moody and Stewarty. No, because you wanted the glacier. Hopefully that's what you get. Right, let's get this guy off the map. 13. Did your diamond rate get any better? The Mass Glacier. Yep, that's the one. I think I was actually chatting in your stream when that thing spawned on mine. That is a cool one to get, though. If I could get that in the spotted in a multi-mount, I'd be pretty satisfied and done with bear. No, times are rare. So, I think I already told you. What I did was I stacked a whole bunch of dimes in the those 4 lakes, and then went and shot down the rest of them. And that helped mine a ton. I got a lot of diamonds from it. It's kind of what I'm doing now with this, is trying to shoot down everything down here and then shoot up here at the end. We need to find another zone. This may be where we need to look. And we'll reset time and then come over here. Oh, dude. I don't even care which whitetail I get. I'm just ready to get a whitetail because it just seems like the easiest great one that I don't have, and it really seems like something I should have already done. Although I'd take the one you got, that cluster rack, the big cluster rack. I mean, obviously, if I can pick it, I'll say give me a typical like everybody else wants, but that cluster rack did look sick. And I think Jackie actually has the piebald. Typical fallow. Apparently so. I getting them back to back felt weird. But last time I actually streamed Fallow, I streamed getting the Great One Fallow. Hopefully. He has a Fabled Piebald. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure Jackie has the Fabled Piebald. I could be wrong, but I think it's Jackie. Damn, I could have used the ATV or something. And be called a cheater? 1000% he'll be called a cheater. Play it on PlayStation 2. Although, to be honest with you, a lot of folks in that yeah, that's what I thought. I don't remember who it was the other day that Gunsmoke was exposing as a cheater. Well, you better have your harvest screen, everything ready to go, because Gunsmoke will be digging in your ass if you're cheating. And all day, oh, absolutely. But you still get those arguments from folks that'll tell you that any form of herd management is also cheating. So anytime you get a great one, you're basically going to have people saying you're hacking. I don't want to shoot from this zone because I don't want to have to hunt it. But damn, if I was willing to hunt these guys, they're right there to take. But I don't even know how to set up on that zone. I guess right here. Yeah, I don't. I think you may not even know who this guy is, but Doc. He he blew up just off of a freaking short where he tried to just explain herd management. He wasn't even advocating for it, but he got so much interaction off of a short just of people arguing. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I had a friend who that I finally convinced him to get this game. He played on PC, and he's also the type of dude I knew was gonna figure out how to mod it within like the first few hours. So he does that, and then comes back to work the next day. And it's like, dude, that game sucks. I already got all the great ones. Well, yeah. You speed run to the end, it's probably not going to be super enjoyable. But if you do that on your own map, I don't really give a shit, you know? Doesn't affect me. And all the console people will sit there and talk bad about PC players. You will find so many of them that'll ask about trading and stuff, so they're no better. It'd be nice if this zone just has no shooters at it. Just nothing but ones. Yeah, and it's not even like to break it. At this point, the EW's embraced it, so I don't think it. You can't say that you're cheating. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of all in on it now. The grinding. Yeah, I know, and I don't understand the point of like if it's not your style of play, that's fine. But herd management sucks to set up, so it's not like you're just cheesing your way to getting great ones. Oh, we got at least one shooter. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I guess I did. I'd always heard that PC or no Xbox could do it, could mod, but nothing but small ones here at least. But yeah, I went in somebody's lodge the other day, and I mean, he's got like 200 hours in the game, and I mean, just a lodge full of stuff. So, and he's on PlayStation, so they can cheat just as much as PC people can. All right, hopefully this is far enough away. May need to move it a little further away from that one. Now let's get a tripod. I will say one advantage, they were both FFL and Rome were talking about how good Rancho was, but at least I wouldn't have to hear these freaking geese. How are the watch hours looking? I mean it has that delay, so I still have one of the bigger nights left, but it has spiked a ton. I still need like another 1,000 though. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of the, well, I know for a fact, a lot of the subs came off of shorts, which I don't know how anyone gets monetized from shorts, but hopefully when that next one, and also it doesn't give you as many as I guess I initially thought it was going to, but still it does help a ton. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. But yeah, the rules on shorts are like, there's no reason to even do shorts, to be honest, other than get subs. Oh, you bastard. Need 1 million. Yeah, something. Yeah. It's like right at 1 million. But also, I think we've had a pretty big spike because I know Jules and Mish have both said that they've just kept it running before. So, I mean, we stacked a bunch of hours, just those guys keeping it going. I'd have to check. I know it's some crazy number like that, though. So hopefully, I mean, again, we shouldn't be that far away. which is also why I've been trying to play around with Stream Deck. Well, I mean a Stream Deck, which I kind of figured out a little bit, but not that great. And then Streamlabs, which I figured out, but it does seem to like sometimes the audio gets a little messed up. You know, I guess that's a common thing too. Should be. I just have to be more consistent with it. And I know over the summer there was a moving and everything, moving back down south is one of the reasons we didn't stream too much. Damn, can I see these dudes from that tripod? But hopefully you're right. All right, let's see. They're probably going to be out of sight of this tripod. All right, this could be a useful zone. We're going to need to go buy more tripods. All right, if you have epilepsy, then you may want to look away. All right. It was all or nothing. What do you mean? You mean like you had to get it on shorts too? Because that would suck. Or you had to get the full watch hours. Because I know there's 2 tiers to it. Wow, what an inconvenient place for that tree to be. Yep. Well, subs again. That's fine. I have to stay more consistent with the lives. Can I hold? Hold on. You mean like when I'm aiming, Moody? Or are you talking about with the mic? Because I can turn the mic down. I am using the nicer headset, but sometimes it picks up everything. Had the watch hours. Yeah, but you stream so consistently. Let me see. Hopefully that works a little bit better. I do need to do the balancing more. No, oh, okay. Well, okay. That's better than just the mic issue. Well, dang it. Let me. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea. My dude does seem to. He does make noise when he's holding his breath. Sounds good. All right. That's good. Normally I'm playing on the Turtle Beaches because these are bad about if I have a party, then it'll pick up the audio. So I keep having to reset my settings every time. In the game settings? Oh, I get what you're saying. It's hot. Yeah, I was gonna go out there and fish earlier today, but it's hot over here too. And you're in the middle where it's nice and you're way hotter on that side of Georgia. We were over there not too long ago. I went home for a couple weeks. Back to Alabama. All right, I'm almost at the point where I need to take these diamonds off the map. The ones down here and just reset and see what we get. Because basically nothing else is being forced down or up. Where the hell did this guy go? Oh, crap. I'm almost sure I just shot a female. Almost sure. You know, something else died. I can almost guarantee you it's a female. We already got to find another one somewhere, so we may be looking for 2 more zones in a second. Damn it. Let's see, is it a female? Yep, crap. We're gonna have to rerun this whole map again soon looking for zones. Just don't pick it up. I thought they swap anyways after they die, though, right? Don't pick it up, main menu. Even if it's already dead, though, does that still work? Yeah, I think that would work if I hadn't already, like if I did it before it died. But I'm pretty sure since it's dead, we're kind of already screwed. Hopefully. It won't really matter, to be honest with you, because we're going to end up having to rerun it anyways, because I already blew out a zone, so we're going to have to, probably later tonight when I'm off stream, just run all this again. So I'm not that concerned about it. And I mean, people have said that for every species. With fallow, I never cared, and I mean, I still always had pretty consistent response with fallow. So I don't know. I think since I'm going to end up rerunning it all anyways, it won't matter too much, hopefully, but we'll see. Looks like I got big males over here. And if it messes up everything, then it'll just be a learning experience, I guess. Because I've never, again, well, fallow also don't count because fallow, I mean, they're so condensed, you know? Responding to me. I had a customer. Don't be sorry, Caitlin. You're in the middle of your job. No, we were just talking about the I shot a female, so probably gonna have to rerun this whole thing again, but that's okay. We probably need to anyways. Where? Alright, he's up here. Yeah, when it comes to fallow, I was telling Moody, I used to shoot female fallow a lot on those grinds, but I think they're just so condensed that it doesn't really matter. There's only so many places on that map fallow will drink, even if they move. And since I've already like blown out a couple zones by accident because I wasn't in a tripod, I have to rerun it anyways. It'll all be all right. As big as this whole map is, though, sometimes I think that Rum and Nate had a better idea. They have the home range is so much more condensed on Layton and Rancho versus this big ass map for Whitetail. So far into yours has to be. I mean, I don't want to say it because I tell Nate every day, today's the day, so it's kind of the kiss of death. But like, I would assume yours is close. I think next time I'll just tell him I've lost faith. There's no way it's going to happen, and see if that works. 13-8. Well, herd management's working, if that's a consolation prize. I'm sure you're at the point where you only tax 270 and up now. All right, we got time for one more. Let's see if there's one here. 3 5s in a. Is this the longest fallow grind you've had? They never really go that long. It's probably time to reset. 4,000, Jesus. I know I'm gonna have one of those grinds, and if it's gonna happen, I'd rather it be whitetail than moose, tar, or fox. But I know it's coming. On New England mountains. Why? I guess I mean, the only good thing I can say about New England mountains is it is a good looking map. But it reminds you, okay, well, that makes sense. It's like when people shit on Mississippi. Mississippi feels like where I hunt in real life. So, like, I have sentimental reasons why Mississippi is a favorite, even though I understand why people don't like it. Closest I'll get. Yeah, I actually considered either doing a whitetail or a black bear grind on Mississippi. But man, that would suck. That, with the fog and everything, I just don't know. New England won't be as bad. I do think that's why people kind of hate on New England, though. It was marketed as this great map for grinding, and then no one grinds on it. Has the most whitetail. Yeah, I think so too. And their zones are just so scattered. If you could manage it down to where you're only shooting down south, it wouldn't be as bad. But man, that would take a long time. And now we have so many freaking shooters here, dude. I'm pretty sure that this herd came in with this herd. After conquering. So Yukon, I don't know. I mean, you've done it before, so you can tell me. But Yukon, when I was trying to figure out which map I wanted to do moose on, Yukon didn't seem as bad as people say. Like, I was finding a ton of moose when I was just running around Yukon. It's just the rivers. Yeah. But did they have that many zones on the river? Because I was finding a ton of them on those lakes up north. This is my big. If I get a great one to spawn on this lake, it's gonna be in this, just like this, submerged, and then I'm gonna be shit out of luck the whole way. Okay, that would suck. I don't know. I thought maybe I'm thinking of something else. I could have sworn somebody said they eventually stop. I don't know if it's at the very far south of the river, but if they drink the whole river, that'd be tough. All right, dog. There's no water. Honestly, I think part of me wants to leave Medved now because I'm only about 100 kills in on Moose, and I'm also about 100 kills on Leighton as well. I kind of just want to go back to Leighton. Leighton seems very condensed for Moose. All right, well, I guess I should check the zones that are locked down since we may have some herds moving around. We'll check this first, and then we'll go back to those zones that are locked. Because I saw Cayman got his great one on Leighton, which makes me think like Leighton seems like the move for Moose. Like it's really thick, but they're Moose, so you can see them anyways. This zone is definitely still locked down. No, it's not. God. Crow makes Leighton look so easy. So does, I mean, I've seen it. Those OGs, the one that were playing it when that was the only option, like they have it figured out so much that I'm not big on Leighton. But I could see, like, if I had gotten into the game when it first launched, and it was between Hirsch and Leighton, I would know Leighton better than any map, because, I mean, I'd never hunt Hirschfelden. Hirschfelden almost made me quit this game. Oh, that's the 3. That's why I refuse to accept Hirsch. Not as good. It doesn't even look as good as New England to me. The problem with Hirschfelden is outside. Like once you get your European bison, there's no reason to go back. Every species on Hirschfelden has a better map to hunt them on. Like no one wants to hunt red deer, or fallow, or pheasant on Hirschfelden. Yeah, I know. I mean, when it first came out, it probably looked really good. But now with the updates and everything, it's sad to see some of the stuff that hasn't gotten the updates because now it really looks dated. Like Jacko and Coyotes and stuff like that. Like all the coyotes look like they're on meth. And I don't even know that that'll ever get an update. Come here, dude. See, when they run like this, it's a shock I haven't killed more females. Thanks, Belding. That shot makes up for the fact that I already killed a female this go around. Yeah, some models just look really, really good. Like, I mean, the tar obviously looked really, really good. And then other models, they just, well, I wouldn't bother with them, you know? I think they've done a good job, especially with things like duck and stuff like that. I don't think there's too much to work on, but coyotes, jackal, mule deer to me need work. Grizzly bear. Honestly, even lynx and yeah, the problem with the mule deer is I know people want it as a great one, but as they are now, I just don't know how you make the racks any crazier, you know? Because their racks already do that thing where they kind of fan out, and that I just don't know how you make that look more impressive than it already does. And I've been a fan of a great one mule deer for a while, but I'm kind of okay with them going to something that's not base game because they just did some like back to back base game animals. So like maybe a great one muskox, that would be sick. Make people hunt the new map for muskox. Velvet, oh that would be cool. I didn't think about that. They could do that. All right, we got one shot. Damn it. We got him. Yeah, they could do something like that. And they could also give him the different racks and stuff. Pretend the spoon rack for Fallow's Velvet. That's a. You do seem to have to use your imagination to make that thing look good. When they first came out, I thought the elk rack would be my least favorite. Now that's the one I want the most. I also think spoon rack didn't help because for a while, at least to me, it seemed like everybody was getting a spoon rack. Everybody was getting a mocha spoon rack. Elk, yeah. Well, you probably, I mean, you have all the racks, don't you? I mean, you're not even trying to just get racks. You're trying to get every combination. What do you have left to get? Got a lot of big caper Cali around here, but no level 3s so far. Take me back to there. Then the question, Caitlin, is if you're gonna get all of the fallow at some point, are you gonna do the ender thing and go for everything like pheasant, fox? Oh, fox would be. Because I'm a completionist too. I don't feel like I've beaten a game unless I get the platinum trophy on PlayStation. But man, getting every version of everything, that's tough. Typical mocha, painted silver, and hooded. Oh, typical. Damn. Hold on. You do have a typical of something. Golden. You got a typical golden. Okay. Dang, I didn't realize typicals were substantially harder to get than the other ones. Every pheasant, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of work, but every pheasant feels very doable. Every fox, that's tough. Especially with the night hunting and stuff, that feels like a, multiple years long journey to try to get all the fox. Yeah, I wouldn't want every combo because there's certain combos with moose I wouldn't even want. Like I'm not big on the spider rack unless it's on the two tones. But if it is on the two tones, then it becomes probably one of my favorite combos. Yeah, I guess so. I remember when that was always at night. But I also remember when what was it Mr. Black, the mission bear used to spawn as a great one. What a time. Back then I should have just restarted my game and seen if I could get a great one Mr. Black. Because I'm sure there were people that were resetting their games over and over again just to get every combo from Mr. Black, since I think it was like a 10% chance he spawned as a great one. Damn, hopefully this dude didn't go too far. Or my dog would get out of the water. Waiting on me, you bastard. Spider. I think if I had to say my favorite rack for moose, it probably is the typical big rack. Typical is your least favorite. I haven't seen RW's, but he said he's got a quad paddle one. I think a quad paddle oak. I guess he's on Xbox, so I don't know if I'll ever see it, but I think that'd be a good combo. second. He does. Yeah, I wish. That was almost the next grind, but whitetail seems a lot more a, achievable quickly than moose. Because moose, like after doing it for a few hours, moose seem like they're gonna take a while for me. Because I'm not even sure that I even have the map down on where I want to get it. I may go back to Layton. That was a good shot. Definitely gonna kill this bear before this is over. I had a good. All right, Caitlin. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't even know how much longer we'll go. Yeah, we'll see. I know I'm gonna have to rerun this whole map, but appreciate you stopping by. YouTube. YouTube. How much? Let's see. We'll go a little bit longer. Oh man. I just don't want to have to rerun this whole map, but I know I'm gonna have to in a little bit. I'm forgetting what zones we've even hit this rotation. Ruth is still lurking. Dang it, man. Shooting that female may have messed up a lot, to be honest with you. Because if she took part of that herd with her somewhere else, then we're going to have to rerun everything. Yeah, me too, man. And with these guys, they end up so like when they're running, they run together so tight. It's just so easy to shoot one. All right, I knew he didn't run too far. Yeah, I appreciate it, Ruth. I'm probably gonna do that off stream later tonight. I'm not that concerned. I already had to rerun stuff because I blew out a zone earlier. So plus, it's never a bad idea to rerun everything just to see. All right, bad. All right, Ruth. New. Yeah, and like I said, with Fallow, I didn't worry about it too much belting because Fallow are just so condensed on one part of the map, so they're not that bad. So I was shooting a lot of females for Fallow. Sometimes I'd shoot Fallow females just to relieve hunting pressure. But on this map, since they're so spread out, it kind of sucks. Pick this dude up. We can try up here. If this zone comes back, then I'm not as worried about it because at least we only have one zone possible that's still out there somewhere. Let's see, big level 2, level 1, couple big level 2s. That is especially if you're deep into your grind, that is one of the worst feelings. When you start finding zones and all of a sudden you start second guessing yourself. I mean, we got a couple big ones here, but they're kind of spread out. There he is. Along with the albino female that I'll probably hit if I try to shoot him. I'm not going to risk shooting another female. Yep. And then when you don't find it after rerunning the map, then it's all of a sudden you just start panicking and wondering where it went. Where's it at? Is the great one in there somewhere? Nah, man, I definitely get you. Which is definitely what's going to end up happening to me with this. Because I locked down. Like, this lake was locked down. This was locked down. This was locked down. And then this was locked down. But now that we have a couple herds that could be floating around, we're gonna have to rerun all of it. That's how you're gonna find out. Imagine one of those. I mean, you probably wouldn't care because you finally got your great one. But on the other hand, you gotta in the back of your mind, you gotta know, like, man, there's no telling how long this thing has been hanging out here. Let's see, level 2, level 1, level 1. Setting up with red deer. Red, I assume you're doing it on Tay. Red deer have always, to me, been kind of tricky like that because they will disappear like that. It's one of the reasons I've only ever really done one red deer grind was because a lot of times I wouldn't get consistent respawns, especially on that zone for red deer on Tay that's on the river, like the northern part of the river. It was super inconsistent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once you get it and the grind's over, all of a sudden you won't care where you find it. And no, yeah, I like I said, I even herd managed pretty hard for red deer, and it still went over 3,000. So definitely my least favorite. It just takes long. Yeah, fallow feels like it happens super quick. Fallow feels like, especially if you'll stack some diamonds, fallow feels like herd management happens in a couple of hours. Do I have a dead deer over there that I didn't pick up last time? Damn, we may be ready for a main menu. I wonder how many of those are laying out there. Because if that's one, then I mean, I imagine I definitely did that for other ones. Always fives and six. Yeah, it feels a lot harder to break red deer because they go up to 9. And the only thing I did that fixed it, and it's the same thing I did with black bear. If you do start stacking your diamonds and pushing down the average, it helps a lot. One thing I did like about the red deer grind, where there were some lakes, dude, where like there felt like there was, dozens of red deer. There's one lake that's kind of in the middle of the, well, not the middle. It's on the eastern part of the map, and it's about halfway point. And there's that outpost that has a lake right below it and a lake right above it. That top lake, dude, I swear there had to be like 6 or 7 zones on that lake. It would help if I was on Tay, because that probably did not help you figure out what I was talking about at all. But that lake is definitely my favorite red deer lake. Damn, I can't believe I forgot this deer and just left it here. Canadian goose. I also killed a big moose over here the other day. So how are you doing it, Building? Did you just decide that you're going to grind just one side of the map, or are you just grinding the whole map? Because I grinded the whole map, and that felt like it took way too long. And then other people say just grind the eastern part of the map and ignore the western one. Or shoot down the west and just grind the east. All right, we need a time change. Reset time. Because the solos keep hopping. I could see that. Hopefully it comes soon. I know. I mean, dual grinding has got to be tough. But some people make it. I mean, Eli's about to set up on just tar now. He's already done his other two. And I don't know if I'm shooting solos or herd males. Yeah, there's certain lakes where that becomes really hard for red deer because they start to run together. Damn it. There he is. should be a zone here. Unless they were part of that group that was running. You can, I mean, also, a lot of times the indicators would just disappear if it was a solo, but at that point it'd probably be too late. But I know what you're talking about. Some of those Red Deer Lake, and to a lesser extent fallow, especially with red deer, they just all start kind of getting grouped together because they're those big herds. So it's hard to tell if one's a solo or one's a herd. So you stood out in the hot sun for absolutely nothing, Moody. I bet. I figured it out. I assume you meant fucking pissed me off, but I don't want to make too many assumptions, but I'm assuming that's what you meant. Especially out there in that hot sun. Well, you hate them now. Wait till you go to that, was it that convention in Atlanta? Forget that. That's where you're really going to find out that you hate people. All right, we got two. And also that thing in Atlanta, I don't even know what a MomoCon is, Moody. I just know I thoroughly hate driving through Atlanta, so. In fact, when I go home, I actually take all the back roads I can to make sure I don't have to go through Atlanta. I'd rather drive through Valdosta. There we go. That's true, Belding. It's if they can't show up to pick it up, then are they really a trustworthy person to let adopt? Well, I mean, at least you got someone going with you. Yeah, again, I haven't really dealt with Atlanta traffic in a long time, but last time I was up there, I was trying to make it around the city, but then you realize the bypass is just as crowded as like every other part. So there's really no good way to get around that city. And if you take a wrong turn, you go from being in the touristy part of Atlanta to being in the slums. Instead of yeah, you could have already had all that stuff wrapped up. All right, where the hell did this other one go? Pingoose. Man, it feels like this 300 doesn't hit the way it used to. Like, I know that wasn't a good shot, but still. To vent, you're just going to go cuss some more at Nana C. Over here. But it feels like that 300 just doesn't hit the way it used to. Almost done with my snake enclosure. Oh yeah, I've been seeing you mention that. That's a cool thing to set up. I'm sure that takes a lot of time and stuff to get everything set up how you want it, but when do you think you'll be done with it, Belding? Let's see. Just the one level 2. Never mind, there's 2 of them. Damn it, man. If I could get those follow-up shots, this would go so much quicker, but they go from drinking to fleeing almost instantly. Friday or Saturday. That's not bad. Because I've seen, after you mentioned it, someone else mentioned doing a terrarium like that, and I started looking at some of them online. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with like the lights and stuff, making it look really good. If it's raining, yeah. We're supposed to be getting some rain too. I want to go back out there and do. 'Cause I think I've told you we have a ton of gar and carp underneath the dock, and I need to go out there and do some bow fishing, especially on the gar because they are tearing up the fish. There's like just one really bona fide shooter in this group because that too has a crappy rack like a 1. Honestly, if this zone is shot down, that would be great. Because all I see is that one shooter. There's a level... No, there's a bigger one. Make sure I can get him. Yeah, I don't want to mess with the carp too much. The carp kind of keep it clean, so I don't mind them as much. It's the gar that are tearing up the like the bass beds and stuff. They're just eating them all when they're really young. So I'd like to shoot out some of those gar. That is either a spirit or a gray. Oh, it's a fling, whatever it is. Can you eat gar? You can. The problem is a lot of times they have that really, really fishy taste, and you got to get through that shell. Like their back is really, really thick, so they're not easy to clean if you do want to eat them. They're better than carp. Carp are way too bony, but I wouldn't say either of them were like great eating fish, but they're fun to hunt. I need to set a 10 up on that other lake. Of course, I know people that'll eat carp too. But man, that feels like a lot of work. So if those two zones that we still need to find, assuming they're not on our lockdown lakes, we have done some pretty good damage. Let's run over here and see if they make sure they didn't spawn back over here. Yeah, I've never bow fished koi carp. The only carp we ever bow fished for has been grass carp. And I don't even like to do that too much because the grass carp do keep it really nice and clean. But every now and then it doesn't hurt, especially if you have too many grass carp. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like you want to not, obviously don't depopulate them because they're useful, but on the other hand, they are pretty good species to keep managed so they don't mess everything up. I will say I don't feel like they do the damage on the fish population the way Gar do. This zone is another one that refuses to get shot down. I hear the dog every time. You were not wrong, Belding, about the bugginess with the dog. The dog makes it where I don't even want to deal with it. Exactly. That's why, I mean, we got a pretty good size grass carp that is, I mean, he's been there for a long time. But those gar, there's a lot of species when they go on bed, the gar will eat every bit of their eggs, and you just don't have. Like last summer, after I shot down the gar, we had some of the best fishing we'd had in years. But you just have to be careful. You don't want to take too much out with the gar or carp, but you definitely don't want too many of them because they will mess stuff up. Because I know y'all have, I know grass carp are big in Germany. Dang it, dude. This is another zone I need to work on. Shoot on this side this time, though. I do like this zone. I'm just worried that when I come to that outpost, sometime I'm going to spook them. Jesus. What, he just want to keep it clean? I mean, I guess it depends on how big the water is, too, but that's a ton of carp to introduce. He even tries to catch them, yeah. It's big down here too because people use those grass carps as basically just vacuum cleaners for your ponds, and then you'll go fish and you won't catch anything, but you'll just see these big ass grass carp at the surface, and you know why you're not catching anything. I shot another one. Where's the dog? So they just didn't do their research before they turned them loose in that water. I gotcha. Well, I know it's different there, but like down here, if you do that, I mean that's such a mistake because no one in this part of the U.S. will fish for carp unless they're bow fishing. Hit this zone. Could not believe the research. Yeah, that's super unfortunate because it's so hard once the problem's created to fix it too. Because you're basically talking about taking a population, removing it now, and then trying to reintroduce the fish you want to fish for. All right, we got a couple big ones. This guy'll stop running. Oh, he's going to stay like that the whole way. Oh, dang. I don't see any hunting pressure. What the hell happened? Back then, and it can't be bad today. That's a crazy statement. By that logic, you would never change regulations. Like when I was stationed in Texas and we would fish out there, like it was so lax to fish in Texas, and now they've changed it so much. You got to adapt. You can't just, well, it worked in the 80s, so it'll work now. Now I gotta find this thing without the dog. Well, hopefully y'all can fix that. I mean, I would assume the best thing they could do is encourage people to fish the carp, right? Go track. I don't know what you're looking for. If they didn't add another 1,000. Not just 1,000 fish, you said it's 1,000 carp. Oh yeah. Yeah, they do like that warm water. I still don't want to get rid of these diamonds on the map. Still feel like we should probably be getting close to shooting down these zones a little better. But I definitely do need to go check those zones that were shot down before I say we're all good. Let's see, we could check this zone. We already checked here and it's still locked down, so let's go check this. Because I don't mind if these herds are jumping to a different zone as long as there's not in a place that I'm not checking, you know? Alright, this zone should be nothing but level 1s and females, unless something changed. The Asian carp. See, that's the thing. I don't really know enough about the Asian carp. As far as I know, I mean, I know places that have koi out here, but they're mostly just for show. The places I know that have carp are mostly grass carp. Let's see if this is nothing but small males and females, hopefully. Yeah, this zone still looks like it's pretty locked down. We should be good. So that's 2 of our lockdown zones. I'll run the rest of this lake just to make sure. And we'll get back to actually shooting stuff. The grass carp. Yeah, because I guess it's because they're eating so much of the stuff that the fish would bed down on. That makes sense. Oh, they didn't flee. And there's got to be 2 zones that we're just missing right now. One because I deleted it, and possibly a second because I shot a female. Oh, I did not know that. But I guess it makes sense. Hmm. So they're both technically Asian fish. Alright, this lake is pretty much done. We don't have to worry about it too much. We can check this one and this one. But we'll do that off stream. Tried this zone again. 28-degree water temp for breeding. It doesn't warm up to... Wow. Well, yeah, you may really be screwed with your fish population then. Is there really only one male here? No way, dude. I may just need to reset time again, or either main menu. There's no way that's only a solo male herd. And this zone looks pretty much locked down. There's no way we're down to just one male in that zone. All right, let's go somewhere else. Then come back. Oh, okay. Jesus. That makes way more sense. I was like, there's no way your water temp stays that cold. Freezing all year. Yeah, that's what I was like. In Germany? Where in Germany does it stay that cold? Damn it. More ducks. Don't really need a tufted diamond, but we could get a golden eye diamond. That'd be sick. Still need one of those. This go up, and then hopefully our dog is not still in the water. Never mind. A rare tufted duck. What was it? Did you get a leucistic or something? Honestly, I'm not even sure off the top of my head if I'd even be able to recognize what's rare for tufted duck. There he is over there. Last night, Moody almost, I mean, it looked like she had a mallard, but it was a dark brown. But it's so hard to tell with those small species like that. 'Cause at least on stream, to me, it looked like a Mela. Since we're down here anyways, let's check this zone to see if we can set up on it. Cream. Maybe. I have no idea. Because some of these colors for like a Western Caper Cowlet, one of their rares is a pale. I never would have thought that. or like dark brown for Crocs, or brown for black bear. They all kind of seem pretty common, you know. Especially for me, I couldn't find a brown black bear during that whole grind. I had to keep going before I got a brown. The cinnamons come quick, but don't look rare. Yeah, exactly. Well, I found out recently that a lot of those rare rabbits don't look rare either. A leucistic rabbit just looks brown. I mean, we could set up on this zone, but there's only one drink zone here. It does have 2 shooters at it, so we may. Make sure there's not a second zone somewhere out here. I don't even know if they can drink here, but let's go check. 'Cause right now, I'm starting to do that second guessing because I know we have 2, or at least 1, possibly 2 herds we gotta find. Piebald Eurasian, European bison, and leucistic from Yukon. A piebald and a leucistic look the same? Somehow I don't have any rare on bison. I have rare on pretty much every other class 9 species, but only a little difference. That's crazy. I mean, that's 2 different species and 2 different fur types. Man, I hope there's no whitetail down here. I hope this zone is locked down. Because I do not want to expand where we got to hunt too much. Oh, it's a moose. Definitely doesn't look like there's whitetail over here. Man, you watch those two. Those 2 missing herds are going to be in the most inconvenient spot. I just can't find them. Damn it, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I need to redo mine. My lodge tour was like 1,000 hours ago, so it's missing several. It's missing a super rare, several diamonds, and I think it's missing like 6 great ones from it. So I definitely need to redo my lodge tour video. All right, this zone also still looks locked down. Let's see if they came back in on this zone yet. Because I did that last tour before I got that crew grind pheasant. So since then, 2 pheasant, 2 fallow, and a great one black bear. So definitely needs to be updated. All right, those guys came back. That's good. And then this zone still has just the one male. I mean, he's not a crazy big male, so we may leave him. Yeah, dude, the initial spawns, I swear, like, we were doing some multiplayer on my wife's map, and the initial spawn luck, I'm kind of ready to hop back on there and see what else she has. I want to shoot him. There we go. But yeah, I definitely need to. Are you drop it on this account, or you have a different account for YouTube videos? Dude, as quickly as I've leveled back up, I've thought about just hitting new games, especially since you keep your trophies, like once a year, just hitting new game and seeing what you can get. The only thing is, once I have these populations managed down for great ones, I'm definitely not going to ever do that. But before I started grinding for them, it seemed like a good idea for diamonds and rares. Gotcha. I wanted to. I haven't been able to upload any fishing for a while. I had several fishing shorts going, but then the winter hit and it got cold, so definitely need to put some more stuff up there. Where the heck did the other? Oh, there he is. Come on, man. There we go. Already experimenting with dude, the OBS thing, yeah, it's a lot to learn. The logo and stuff, you can basically have AI. You can find some AI apps that'll do it for you. But I've been experimenting with Streamlabs for the last couple days. Streamlabs and then the Stream Deck, which is, I mean, I can already tell why it's so nice to have because it streamlines everything. Yeah, I've been playing with that too. I just don't want to do it until I'm 100% sure I can do it correctly, you know? All right, let's go to this zone. Above his shot. Oh, you got turtle. Well, oh, hold on. Let me give me a second. There we go. Yeah, Turtle's one of those folks that's pretty solid about, you know, you sub to him, he'll sub to you. Amazon cable. Yeah, I thought the capture card was going to be a lot more expensive than it actually was. But I wish, see, if I had been using the capture card that I have, then when that stream went down the first time, we'd have been fine. But apparently, the audio is the thing that's hard to get right, and I guess I can see why I haven't figured out the audio for Streamlabs yet. I don't want to shoot. I don't want to shoot another female. Sub to him. Yeah, because I think he just got enough subs to where he could live stream. Because I ended up, we did a raid or something to get him over that line. I think you were there for that. Yeah, I go back and forth with that too, because you don't even know how much of it, like maybe you invest in stuff and all it does is mess you up, you know? Because right now I could stream, and the convenient thing for that capture card is if this crashes right now, I'd be good. But on the flip side of that, if something else goes wrong with it, and I'm sitting here trying to, you know, I guess perform maintenance on something and I'm trying to stream at the same time. That sucks. Let's reset time. So what I've basically been doing is just doing a private stream and just having my wife watch it so that she can tell me if something's messed up with Streamlabs or not. And it's mainly just the audio that I have to figure out right now. Yeah, exactly. Like this one I got, this was like the Amazon brand capture card, and it works fine. And part of me was worried because I have an Elgato Stream Deck, and I was like, maybe I should get a capture card that's, Elgato, just so I can keep everything kind of together. But then he told me that, and then I was just, well, I'll get a cheap one, and if it doesn't work, then I'm not out too much money. Hopefully next time I live stream, we'll have all that stuff set up. We're getting pretty close now. Oh, we got another level 3. Let's go. So now, let me make sure. This zone is so packed now, though. Ever since we shot down our missing zone, this one has been full of deer. So are you going to do most of your streaming, I assume, I mean, you play mostly on PC anyways, but you can do a mix of both, or are you just going to do most of your streaming on PC? Some folks can do both. Chopper does both. Oh, the PS4. Ugh. I don't know. With the capture card, it won't be that bad. I will say, without the capture card, the PS5 just makes it so easy to live stream. The only drawback being, like earlier, if it crashes, then the stream is crashed. Upgrade to the PS5. I'll tell you this: if you do, it plays so much smoother, man. Like I can't even put into words the difference between playing on the 4 and playing on the 5. Let's try this zone. Because we've been streaming for about this with the other one about 3 hours. We've locked down a couple more zones, so if we can pull up tents. That is a huge level 2. That level 2 has a bigger estimate than some of my level 3 do. Let's see if he trolls. Where's the Hanson? I mean, he'll probably troll, but oh, he did make diamond. That's a huge level 2. Jesus. I mean, I should have kept him on the map. He scored bigger than I'm sure that diamond's going to score. Dang, I did not expect him to make diamond. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you building. I saw his estimate for it too, and I was kind of shocked. 257 for a level 2. But now I need to go back and make sure we grab some tripods in case we want to reset. So that means if I hadn't shot that dude, we had like right at 5 diamonds on the map. So no wonder it's getting shot down so quick. Let's grab that and go to another zone. It would be nice. I mean, we're putting so much work in down south if we just got the dude to spawn down south and don't even have to go up north. I also need to go set up a whitetail grind lodge. We have a black bear and a fallow already set up. Couple level 2s. Actually, it's a couple level 1s. You'll hop on and help out. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Josh? You saw old boys headed to UCLA? And for less money, dude. You know, I'm surprised he ended up with less money, but what an L to take. And then some people were saying he could be out of UCLA in a year too, so. Where else can we go? We'll go here. That is true. That may be the best story of the year for college football. Oh man, the diamonds are coming now. That's 2 diamonds in the same zone. 274. And then that dude's a monster. Holy shit. He goes up to 309 guaranteed diamond. So we are definitely managing them down now. So we keep these 2 here and keep shooting in the south until we push everything down. Right now we got 5 level 3s on the map. But see, you don't need too many good stories about college football. Y'all are a basketball school now. Play in real life, dude. You're telling me. Jeez. Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. When the tournament started, it was the Michigan game. One of my boys said this is the best chance we got. I knew Florida was the best team in the country. Y'all were way too deep. I knew that about basketball. I ain't gonna say that about if y'all win a football national championship, then maybe I don't understand sports at all. Unless DJ Lagway is just that fella. Of course, we'll improve by just subtraction. We'll end up getting better just because we got rid of old Peyton Thorne. Dang, we should be set up for a great one now, dude. This many diamonds on the map, we should be shooting these zones down with no problem. Dude, I don't care if they're using the NIL money to fund cancer research. I don't think that any of it's a great NIL story. The Hunter LS, what is up, dude? How are the fallow treating you? Hopefully treating you a little better than these whitetail are treating me. I'm not saying, I mean, the NIL is going to give us all kinds of funny stories, but as long as ESPN's going to sit there and tell me it's still a great thing, I just can't. can't laugh as I'm watching college football die, you know? 2,123 kills. Still have not gotten him. That's a tough grind. Although, it was Liam. Liam was just got his Great One Black Bear and 9,000 kills, or 5,000 kills, so apparently everybody's going through some tough grinds right now. Although I can't complain about these whitetail. I'm not 2,000 kills in. And I did just get the crew grind fallow, so can't complain too much. Dang, that looks like a big level 2. I mean, we almost should just take the shot with the 30-06 just to be safe. Hunter, I'm not thinking he's going to make diamond either. And if we get him off the map, that's fine. We did just have a level 2 that did make diamond, so. But yeah, that rack where it kind of sweeps up at the end, yeah, I've never seen it make diamond either. I will say I've kind of fallen in love with this SKS 30-06. If he'll stand still. Yeah, I don't like that shot at all. All right, we'll see if he makes it. And we're going to get this other one too. Oh, you turned right at the end. Right, he's going to go down. But yeah, Hunter, right now we got 5 level 3s on the map anyways. So we should be shooting down these southern zones, hopefully. All right, we got Vital Organ on him. No, because I see what you're saying. It's that rack that sweeps up. It never makes it. 239. South. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man. We're, I mean, I haven't really been keeping count since streaming, but we came in today right at 400. Probably, probably somewhere in the fives now. So I just want all this shot down, and then all this up here. We're already set up there. So I'm hopeful we can get up there, and hopefully I get it relatively quick. But hell, if we're just gonna sit here and wish on stuff, hopefully it's a typical rack. You have a whitetail great one, don't you, Hunter? Pretty sure you do. Dude, I'm not gonna get into a rant about Nico. But yeah, I knew exactly which Nico you were talking about. The crazy thing is, all right, that dude comes from a marketing background. So how you didn't know that Luka Doncic was important to the city of Dallas and your background is marketing? I it won't matter because he'll be unemployed soon. We'll be looking for a new GM very soon, I assume. Especially if Luca ends up going far in the playoffs with Los Angeles. All right, come here, you bastard. In fact, y'all may be the only people who can save old Nico if the Wolves put the Lakers out quick. Man, you let one of them be level 3. We'll drop everything about these whitetail and go hunt some duck. But Josh, y'all won last night, didn't you? I'm pretty sure the Timberwolves beat the Lakers last night. Or y'all won game 1 and then lost last night. This is Hunter. It's one I've been putting off for a while. I gotta do this. I gotta do moose. I gotta do tar, and I gotta do fox. Right now we got 2 pheasants, 4 fallow, a red deer, and a black bear. Great one. I think he's the last male in that herd, so I don't want to shoot him. Got some more big ones over there. Dang, this is one of those zones that just refuses to get shot down. That's the big one. Oh, we got 2 shooters out of there. Lucas. See, man, you can't say. I mean, I would love for y'all to put the Lakers out. But let's be honest, Luka Doncic is kind of the father of the Timberwolves. Even if y'all got rid of his number one, well, I guess, Rudy's still there. He definitely gave birth to Rudy Gobert, let's be honest. But you can't really say too much about the Timberwolves and Luka. He kind of did his thing against y'all. Dude, did this other one not even die? No, he died. No, I imagine the Ant-Man will be down there in Cabo before Luka does. Pick this dude up. Dude, that's the respawn off that 2 that made Diamond. That's another big 2. This one ain't gonna make Diamond, but they are respawning a lot bigger. Dude, I swear that 300 is not hitting anymore. I don't know why. But man, on whitetail, it used to just, you could hit them in the toe and it would kill it. See, it should not take that long for a whitetail to die if I shoot it with a 300. I don't care where I hit it at. And the dog's out there playing in the water when I need him. Come on, go find some blood. Oh my god, come on, dude. Phone call took longer than expected. Well, welcome back, Belding. We spawned another level 3, so I'm pretty sure the herd management's working. Man, they take forever to level up. I don't feel like he's moving at all. I wish I had my shotgun. And we need a time change. Reset time. This may be the last time change. Ruth is back. You off work, Ruth, or? The upcoming fishing event. What are y'all fishing for, Belding? Is it more the carp, I assume? See, that is a monster level 3. That one will probably troll, but that guy's guaranteed to be pretty much 270 or bigger. He's damn near max. Dang, where the hell did he go? Yes, well, congratulations, Ruth. Getting through the week. At least from the back half of it now. Go for carp, yeah. Where the hell? I just wanted to see that dude's estimate again, because I think it goes up to... There he is. 269 to 309 is huge. Have I figured out? So far, Belding, I've checked all the zones we have locked down, and none of them have anything in it. So I'm going to guess we're probably fine. And if they have moved somewhere, they're going to move somewhere that we're going to be going to later. But if I do end up checking, I'm going to check off stream. Go get some rest. All right, Ruth. Yeah, this is like has become a lot of small males. We spawned another level 1. And we got a couple level 2s, but they're getting smaller. Bastard. Alright, we gotta stop doing that before I end up shooting another female. Because right now we have 1, possibly 2 herds we gotta go find, and we don't need to have any more. Don't shoot another female. Yep, I'm gonna do my best. Pick this dude up. Check this zone. I was about to say, you were having a 4 or 5 course meal with wine pairings if you were still eating lunch. We did get a diamond, but I guess I don't know how long you've been lurking, so you may have saw that. And since we're spawned more level 3s, I'm assuming herd management has starting to work out for us. Let's see. Been here for a while, alright. Since 3, Jesus. I probably got some dogs that are ready to go pee in a second. This zone's still locked down. Yeah, by tomorrow we should be able to go hunt up north. Watching other stuff. Well, like what? I keep waiting for someone else to go live. I was gonna go redirect, but I don't see anybody. About YouTube really is your version of cable, isn't it? Because that's when I'd go to Ancient Aliens if I wanted to see something about a mummy. Since college. When I was still in AIT in the Army and we couldn't have cable or anything, all I had was my laptop. YouTube kind of became that for me too for a while. Where else? One of the reasons I eventually got YouTube Premium. That and YouTube kind of managed to get more and more aggressive with their ads to the point where they almost force you to get premium. Started watching YouTube. That makes sense. See, in college, I wasn't that far away because Auburn's like, I don't know, 45 minutes from home. So I could always go home and watch whatever I wanted to. Because Mama was one of those old people who refuses to go in all in on just like streaming. So she has YouTube TV, which is basically just cable because she didn't want to give up on cable, I guess. But that shit's like $70 a month. We can lock down 2 more zones. Then we can start hunting that stuff in the middle. Parents still have cable. Yeah, I think she would if she could. I think my brother convinced her to give up on cable, so she tried Netflix for a while and then just decided YouTube TV. She's slowly making that transition to where she'll just be one of those people who watch the news and game show network. So where's that other level 3 at? There he is. He is definitely a troll. we did get him. Yeah, this... I don't think I can pick it up right now, but I need to move this back because I'm going to end up blowing out the zone again. If I don't start shooting in a tripod. Just again, I got to check everything again to make sure we don't have anything moving to other zones. There should be nothing but ones in that level 3. Yep. These guys aren't back yet. Try this zone again. We may need to start moving further into the middle and try to find some more zones to set up on. Yeah, at this point, we're not even seeing deer. Man, where are all the deer at? So I definitely don't want to go up north because we have way too many diamonds. So we don't want to shoot that down. Try this zone again. Oh, Belding, you probably have an update for the little survey thing they put out. Yeah, they're under a new management or something. So you got to agree to all the terms. And there's a survey. Another big level 2. This song is going to take forever to shoot down. They dissolve. Huh. That was probably in the terms and conditions that I agreed to. This is why that episode of South Park is so important. We should read the terms and conditions. There's no telling what all was in there. I got an email about it a few weeks ago. Huh. That's because you're important, Caitlin. They run things by you. You get the early access and stuff. Oh, well, never mind. I am indeed talking about the human Sentai pad. God, the effect that show has had on generations is going to have to be studied at some point. No, it's because I got you. Okay. Those 3 messages were in very quick succession, so I feel like you were prepared for me to assume that you got that email because you're important to them. You'll get to play on whatever Frozen map comes out next. Hopefully it's Canada or something. At least we had bucks there. I don't even know where to look now without resetting time. Super excited. Yeah, I was getting a lot closer now too. Hopefully it's more than a weekend too. I disagree. I would rather it not stay in early access for obvious reasons, but I get why you would. Hopefully it's I mean, everyone's kind of just assumed it's Greenland or Northern Canada, right? Oh, yeah, that's true. You got to prep and find zone. Like, yeah, I could see how that's kind of annoying. But you didn't need that much time to prep for Saul's Weeson, though. It's not that big of a map. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're talking about for the guns. You're talking about for the weapons pack. Gotcha. Oh, so this will be the first time you actually get to do early access on a map. That's dope. Well, fuck, I'd be excited too. You gonna stream it with Crow and Nate? CGO, well, I don't even know. CGO just returned. He just came back. That would be cool though. I got them both. Yeah, that random guy. Got partner on the same day. Nice. I assume that had to, y'all probably applied like the as soon as the opportunity came out, right? I know a bunch of people did that. JBiz did that too. Yeah, I bet. I would have done the same thing. There it is. There we go. Well, hopefully it's a solid map. I can't imagine the early access to Salzwiesen was kind of like, who really cares, you know? You got 2 new species on a mini map, so at least when you got your full access, you're getting a nice normal map. What the hell is this white? Okay, did I shoot more than 2? All right, thanks, dog. No, I don't think I shot more than 2. And Caitlin, you can be like those hardcore folks that go for the great one in early access that you then have to give back. Go find some blood. I will not. Yeah, I figured. I wouldn't either. I mean, it's dope to if you could keep it, but since they can't keep it, like that kind of sucks. Don't even grind for new maps. Didn't you get your fox on a new map? Or did you do it on Emerald Coast? I think you did it on Emerald Coast. Yep. I'm thinking of Ender's Grind. God, why on Emerald Coast though? That seems. You can keep can you keep trophies and stuff, or just like the progress on the map? You can keep trophies. Okay. Well, see, that almost makes it worth it. Just can't go between builds, so that part makes sense. That does make it better though, because I think for a lot of I never understood the folks that were getting great ones in early access just to give them back. All right, this zone is down to 1 shooter. That happened with Fallow. Really? That seems maybe. That seems like that was too far back. Crow and I, well, you know. Those are 2 fellas who could save some for the rest of us, so. I mean, they only have, what, a couple hundred? I know Crow's over 100, and I know iBuy's probably closer to 2, I would imagine. something like that. Yeah, because he got his 100th not even that long ago. I have hunted whitetail deer since I was like 6 and have never heard that sound before. All you know is I have a fox and Crow doesn't. What a flex. What a flex. I feel the same way. It may not last long because Ender's going to end up with every version of that pheasant. But at least at the moment, I have a Morganite and he doesn't. And Nate has a Sapphire and he doesn't. I think that's the only two he has left to get. Let's check this lake to see if there's anything drinking over here. Yes, the belch. I have never heard that. And some things I can let go. Like maybe chamois really do make that disgusting fucking sound. But I don't believe whitetail actually make that sound. Oh, it's not that bad for pheasants. Honestly, that and bear are probably my two favorite grinds to do. I feel like I've checked this already. Took it from a different deer. Then whitetail, I would assume so. Unless whitetail make different sounds depending on where they're at. That'd be weird. Does whitetail have different accents? Definitely still looks like nothing drinks over here. Then the sound on classic. I don't know. Probably. I wish I could play classic because the idea of classic seems like a much different, much more simulator type of hunting experience, which would be cool. And they still, I mean, keep that up and going is kind of impressive because classic has been around for a long time. All right. We are at time, and I need to go feed some dogs. So, all right, y'all, I think we're going to wrap it up here. 16 years old. Yep. Hopefully, they keep this game going for a long time. I know it's getting old too, but I don't even know how old this game is at this point. I know it's, I mean, close to 10. Later. Rum at the very end. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. We did get a lot done, and we got a level 2 diamond. So, yep, I think we're going to call it. So, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, it won't take too long. But until then, you guys have a good one.